What's up guys, Loki619 and I'm back with another review. Today on Loki619 Reviews we are doing the Razer Deathstalker Elite Gaming Keyboard. Now this is not a mechanical keyboard, it is a membrane based keyboard, so you're not going to have the clickety clacks that you find or that you hear on a mechanical keyboard, which is good because I don't really like being able to have to pound out, or at least sound like I'm pounding out a message when I'm streaming and typing on my keyboard at the same time. But I saw this keyboard back in December when I went to go visit my friend Hike at his house, and he had a couple of them, and they looked really good on his desk, and they felt really good when I got to sit down at his desk and type on them. So I decided to get one for my son since I had built him a gaming rig for Christmas and he needed a keyboard, so I went ahead and got him the Essential, which is basically the same as the Elite version, which I'm reviewing here, except that it does not light up. Now the Essentials comes with just the it comes with the same software, the Synapse software that I'm showing here. And the nice thing about the Synapse software is that it shows you, or it allows you to really customize your gaming experience as far as your keyboard is concerned. So if you play different games and want to assign different profiles to each of these games, like for Minecraft, for League of Legends, for Dota, and all the other games out there, it's great because again, you can just create a profile and assign different keystrokes or macros to them, and you're ready to go. Now, the keyboard itself has got a bunch of different keys as well. Function keys, for example, to raise or lower your volume, stop, play, fast forward your media, and things like that. So it's really convenient to have these items as well. What's even more convenient is the fact that the keyboard lights up. So if you click on the lighting tab up here, and then you click on pulse, it allows the lighting to pulse, which is a really nice feature if you like that. But the thing I don't like about it is that I usually, like when I'm playing a video game, a lot of times it's pretty dark in here unless I'm streaming. But if I'm not streaming and it's dark, I can't see the keys. Yes, it's got the notches for the F and J keys, where if you're a touch typist like myself, it shows you where the home row keys are. But it doesn't always work out that way, especially when it's dark and you're trying to find the ASWD keys in a quick GIF, between life and death, or getting consumed by or getting blown up by a creeper. But it also allows you to customize the brightness. You can turn it off, on, or dim, normal, and bright. And this shows you the dim. This is normal, and then this is bright right over here. I keep mine at bright. That's just how I roll. I like keeping it as bright as possible. And then you can also go to the game, or the gaming mode. And what this does is it disables a lot of the common functions or keystrokes for Windows. So for example, if you hit the shift button several different times, it enables sticky keys, and that's a major nuisance if you're trying to play games like Minecraft or other games where you do a lot of crouching and you hit the shift button to crouch. Another nifty feature are the macros. So if you click on the macros tab, you can record a series of keystrokes, and what you do is you type in the name for it. Let's just call this test macro. And then you hit the record button and you just type in your keys, and it's great. And then if you miss a spot or miss a step, you can always go to where, let's say there, hit insert, and then you hit the record button right over here, and then you can add more keystrokes to that macro, and then hit save, and you're pretty much good to go. And then you can rename it if you want to, but again, you're pretty much good to go from there. And when you hit the function and the F9 button on your keyboard, this enables that macros. Now for the stats tab over here, this is great because it brings up this area this part of the software right here, where it gives you all these different criteria. So if you wanted to see how your game perform, or how your keyboard, or what keys you've been pressing at certain times or on certain games, it shows you that. Obviously this is the first time I've plugged in this keyboard, so it's a flat 0. There is no there are no keystrokes on this keyboard, at least as of right now when I recorded this. If you hit the heat maps right over here, this gives you a map of where, and then again, this is just a sample right here, but if as you start playing, it starts showing you what keys you're playing, or you're pressing, and where, which is great if you want to analyze your performance and things like that. So I'm not very big on that. I'm usually a console gamer, but a lot of times I do play, every now and then I do play a PC game. Who knows? It's great. You can share it on Facebook as well as Twitter to let the world know that you're an even bigger nerd. And as far as gameplay is concerned, I pulled up the woohoocraft.com server. This is a server that belongs to Hype the Gamer, Hype Plays, and Optic J, and a couple of other of their friends. And what happened here was I played a trick on a couple of my faction members a few days ago. I went into their rooms and I put a sign in their rooms and I said, "I pooped in your room," and they got back at me. And what happened was they pretty much filled my room with dirt and gravel. And when I tried to initially teleport into the room, I suffocated because I teleported into some rocks and stuff like that. So that wasn't very fun. So I had to respawn. And thankfully, it respawned me in the middle of our faction's base. But here's what happened, basically. They boxed me in. So I'm going to fast forward a portion of this. But the reason I'm playing Minecraft right now is because Minecraft, like most games, you're hitting the ASWD keys a lot. And you're combining that with the mouse. Now, I'm not going to be reviewing the mouse because I did not, unfortunately, get a Razer mouse. But I'm going to be reviewing the keyboard. As far as the keyboard is concerned, this is just, again, this is one of two parts. You have the keyboard, you've got the mouse. I've got a pretty decent gaming mouse, so that's good. But as far as the keyboard is concerned, it more than keeps up with my gaming mouse. So if you're concerned that hey, it's not like a mechanical keyboard, no, don't be concerned. It keeps up really well, especially if you're doing like a lot of the nuanced movements, like if you're trying to nudge a little to the left or the right or forward or backward. This is a great keyboard to be using, and it feels good as well, and it looks good on your desk. I mean, it's got a built-in wrist rest, which is what most keyboards don't have, so it makes it a little bit wider than most or a little bit longer or wider than most keyboards. But hey, you kind of need that wrist rest, especially if you've been playing for hours on end, and it adds to the comfort. Now, would I recommend this? Absolutely, I would recommend this keyboard. I've only had it for a few days, and I'm already loving it. Now, I'm going to possibly do an updated review in a few months if there's anything else to review. But for now, my final thoughts are: again, I love this keyboard. This is my old keyboard at the bottom. This is the new keyboard at the top. This is my Apple keyboard that I'm using for editing, and then the keyboard again at the top. This is the Essentials keyboard, the Deathstalker Essential keyboard. Again, it does not light up, but to kind of show you, it is essentially the same keyboard. Minor changes in finish. Now, finish, the one thing I can tell you is that it does smudge very easily, like you see here. But overall, I'm really loving this keyboard. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 for now. And if I do need to do a review or a follow-up, I certainly will do. But for now, I'm satisfied with this keyboard. And I hope you guys, if you get a chance, go out there and pick it up.